As well, I wanted to talk a little bit about my gear setup. First of all, I use all Proco Guardian cables. Just as far as reliability and tone, that's been the best thing that I've found. And the first thing in the chain is a Boss line selector, and it splits the guitar and the Rhodes. Guitar and Rhodes go in here, come out one line here. Then next in the chain is the compressor, and I just use that for like single melody lines just to kind of even everything out a little bit. Then from the compressor it goes to the RMC wah, which is kind of a wah that's geared more towards humbuckers. After the wah it goes to Distortion, and the distortion box that I use is a Texas two-step. It's got two different gains of distortion. The first one is just slightly starting to break up, and then the second one is a pretty full-on second gain distortion. After that one we go to the rat pedal, and this is just used for general shredding. You know, when you need to like get your hair metal on, you just kick this one on and finger tap or whatever you need to do at that point. After the rat we go to this green pedal, the line 6, and I use this one for looping, and then also I've got a tube echo patch, a reverse patch, and then a multi-head tape echo patch as well. After that one we go to the blue line 6, and I just use Univibe patches out of this one, tremolos, phasers, and then there's also a ring modulator that I use some on this one. After those I go to the Boss volume pedal, and the reason I put that there is because sometimes I need to create loops without anybody hearing them, so I can do that in this before it hits this. So from here, volume, the last thing in the chain is the Boss DD20, and I use the analog delay most on this one, but I've also got set up a reverse delay, a tape delay, and then also I've got a pan delay for my stereo rig. And as well, there's like a manual setting on here, and I just use the standard delay for that. From here it splits, and then it goes to my amps. The first amp is Bad Cat Cub 2. And I play that through a Mitsubishi 212 closeback with vintage 30s in it. And then the other side goes to a divided by 13 SJT, which is the Marshall Plexi kind of sound. And that's played through a Marshall 70. And that's played through a Marshall 1975 412 that has greenbacks in it. And then last but not least, I have this box, which was invented by our drummer, BWAC. And basically, I use this for a whole bunch of different stuff. This knob right here controls the rotation of the earth. Like, the farther left you go, the earth, slower the earth goes. As you dial it a little more to the right, earth starts to spin up a little bit. And then there's this toggle switch right here. When you hit this toggle switch during the show, ninjas, they jump out of the catwalk and they start jumping around out in the audience and just frolicking about, which is pretty cool. I've used that a couple of times. This knob right here controls the humidity of the room. Sometimes you get a bunch of people in the same place at once. It gets kind of, you know, stuffy and a little bit stinky. You just click this knob like 2 or 3, you know, notches to the left, and then it like takes the humidity out of the room. And then let's see what else is on. Oh yeah, these 5 toggle switches, those correspond to different members in the band. This one is Mark. When I click this one up and turn it on, he starts doing guitar tosses, throws his guitar up in the air, catches it, throws it around his body. It does a couple of loops. The second one is BWAC, and when you click this, he does lots of like rush fills, and then he'll like spin his sticks a whole lot. Let's see what else. We got Crowder here on this one. When I click this one, Crowder gets his acoustic out, and he just starts finger tapping and just like general shredding, like 30-second notes, Dragon Force style and all that. And then, you know, you've got this one, which is Mike D, and he pulls out fretless bass on that and kind of goes Jocko on it. And then the last one right here would be the 5th member of the band, and I can't really remember who that is right now, so and I don't really use that one either very much, so I don't really know what it does. But it's just safer, you know, to just not use that one, basically. So that's it. I mean, that's pretty much all of my gear setup and how I achieve the tones that I use. So hope you enjoyed it.